Welcome back to the October watch list. This is Daytoni. Today we have The Exorcist. Now, this one's going to be a really long one. I have a lot to say about it. Obviously, this is one of the biggest horror films that's ever made, so strap in. A little bit of backstory for myself is I grew up in a very Christian background, a Protestant Christian background, and so this film, out of all the films that are about demons, about monsters, about possessions, about horror films, this is the one that's always brought up as the big boogeyman, the big scary movie, and I never really checked it out, not because I was scared of it, but simply because I wanted to save it as like a big event for myself, because I was so worried about hurting people's feelings. The fact that I watched it, if you've grown up in a religious background, you know that some of the people are always going to be upset regardless of what you do, and horror films are one of those things. It's still one of those things in my community that people struggle with, and so this film for me was something that I wanted to avoid for the longest time. I wanted to save it for a special occasion, and it just never came, so I'm glad that this watch list kind of forced me into it. Now coming into it, I have to say I'm disappointed, not at the movie, but disappointed at what I was told about it. I wish I watched it sooner. For a movie that is touted as one of the scariest horror films of all time, stay away, there's demons attached to the movie. This movie is about lonely people. It's got a subtlety, it's very slow. It's about a priest struggling with his faith, a mother that feels alone, and an old man at the end of his life. I thought this movie was really good at showing just how isolated we are, and how even though we're constantly looking for help, we're constantly crying out for other people, but we still feel this incredible loneliness. And on top of that, there's the whole story with the possession of this young girl, which is actually, for me, I like it. I think the makeup, the acting, the sound effects are all really good, but if we're being honest, I think if this movie came out today, not only would it not be as controversial, not only would it not be as big of a hit, I doubt it would have any cultural mark. I think people would laugh at it. The director specifically made this movie to make it look realistic, but in today's setting, realistic kind of just looks like boring and pathetic, and it doesn't really catch your emotions. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie, but I think a modern audience would not even like it. And even if it did have some kind of controversy, I think it would have controversy in the opposite direction. Instead of being mad about a movie that depicts evil, I think it would have a positive reaction, because people would be happy to see a priest be portrayed in such a positive light. You know, he sacrifices himself at the end. It's almost noble, the ending of this movie. So I've got a lot to say about it, but that's pretty much it. This is a great film. You can check it out. As always, subscribe, and if you want to know more about the movies I'm watching, here's the watch list.